How did you break into the business? Because there was a lot of bands during that time.
Yeah, the main band at the time was Lloyd Parks, We the People.
Yeah.
Andy used to play with We the People. When Andy came to Jamaica, he joined with We the People, and then we were after like We the People.
I know you have the band, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did it develop from the band now where you guys became that top band?
All right. Yeah, we were doing little at the time high school fetes, college fetes and stuff, parties for schools and stuff. And then 1981, I don't know, the Festival Commission. Normally Fab Five usually do all the Fab, you know, the band Fab Five was the band that does all the touring around the country with the festival artists. But for some reason, I don't know what, they asked us to do it in 1981. And we did it, and all around the country. When Tinga Stewart won with No No Better Than Yard, we were the backing band for the entire competition.
Yeah.
And the finals in the National Arena in Kingston was what really got us televised, and when we go back to Almantown after we finished that night, it was like pandemonium in Almantown because everybody was like, "They're on TV, the band's on TV," and that was like the jump off 1981, the festival,
right?
the festival competition.
All right.
But we were still doing stuff prior to that, like from 79, 80, but that televised show of the finals was what got it kicked off, and then we started from there, and we just blew out of proportion.
There were a lot of shows in Jamaica back then.
Yeah,
right?
A lot. In every parish also.
So were you guys like, because I know Sounds play a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys were playing, how much times were you playing out?
We played back in the early 80s, and 80s, all through the 80s and 90s up to like 94, 95. We played like every weekend, definitely every weekend, and then in between the week also, like maybe on Mondays we might have a show in Montego Bay, Tuesday night we might have a show in Sav, Wednesday night, but basically every weekend there was some concert going on somewhere in the country, and sometimes we do 2 shows for the night with 2 bands where we're doing the closing of the show, so we can do 1 show and then get to the next venue in time.
I just want to know, like, how were you able to play all night for such different artists? Because now, like, they break up the show. The show may be long, but you don't have the same band all night.
Right.
You
different
guys
band.
played the entire night.
Yeah, it made for a better for the audience. It was better because the breaks and stuff for the band changed. And one has to understand that if another band is gonna come and play, you have to make sure it sounds the same way as the band that was playing prior to that, and that takes time. So the band changes sometimes break up the communication between the show and the audience, because they have to be waiting around for the change and stuff. Back in the day, it was much easier because there are at least 2 bands or 1 band did the entire show, which entailed a lot of rehearsals, because the artists had to come to rehearsals. Not all of them came, but we got all the material and we prepared it ahead of time, so if they don't show up, we still have the music together and stuff. It was easy. And then when Jai would do so, it wasn't really a big deal with the artist show for rehearsal or not. We work out the thing and make sure we say it right. So when them come, them shot. You see me I say?
Yeah. Playing for all the artists, 1 band.
No, alright. I can only speak for Sagittarius. I don't know how Rhythm Kings or Lloyd Parks or anybody else dealt with it.
Yeah.
My thing was, I know I'm gonna be working with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so I prepare myself for those artists. I used to like live in a dance hall, anyway dance there, me find it and sit down in there, and I'm there sitting in the dance observing what is happening. And this is how come I really, because the dance hall part of the thing now, on stage, I just tried it because I'm in the dance every night and I hear what the DJs are doing with the music, with the mixing that they're doing, And I'm like, yo, maybe we should put that on stage. Maybe we should try that. And with the first time I did that on stage, it was like...
But the killer boy murder, you know, no mercy. Wait up, Beenie Man dead. Tell him no give me the argument. Kill me come to kill, me come no text statement. Oh, you go dead. Tell him no give me the argument. Kill me come to kill. Derrick Barnett, chop, hey. Me gonna sign autograph, me gonna fling stone. Sometimes them wicked only bad enough in them zone. When me the bad man get poor. Talk your poor lyrics.
What they do is, you know, the tune is playing and they can pull the fader down, cut it off. So that's where the mixing started. And I'm friends with Stone Love, I'm friends with all the songs. So I'm right behind the console watching them what they're doing. And I institute that's brought that on stage. And initially when I started doing that on stage, even musicians, a lot of people were like, what do I do? You mash up the business, well. But they're not looking forward. And look at it now. But it wasn't anything that I created. The DJs, the selectors actually were doing it in the dance hall all along. All I did was transition it to the stage. So I didn't create that.
What are your big experiences on live performances that you got?
Wow. The biggest one for me that I can recall is 1982 Sunsplash with Yellowman. Because that was the first major thing. That sticks out. And then there are performances in Paris, there are performances in other parts of the world that stand out also. But for 1982 Sunsplash was the one that sticks out more than anything else. Amidst all the Shabbas and all the Ninjas and all the Josie Wales and all the Bujus and we did a concert with Wayne Wonder and Buju I think it was in the Bahamas or Bermuda, one of those. I don't remember where it was, when the Boom Bye Bye song was out. Them type of Buju are ballin'. But the man hurt the place till it never make no sense.
Yeah.
Never make no sense.
Yeah.
That Buju performance and Yellowman's performance and Sunsplash is the ones that stand out like a lot in the Caribbean for me. Outside of the Caribbean, England. The first time we went to England with Yellowman, we were supposed to do one concert. That was when just the first time I met David Radigan. He and some people, they were the promoters of that concert. We went to the one show. I ended up doing maybe about 5 or 6 shows because the show was sold out to the point where it never made no sense. They have to add 4 more shows to it at the Piggeslot Centre in England. Aswad was the opening band at the time. So you know how long they talk about. Yeah.
Where did the energy come in with the live performance?
God, you have to ask that because I just enjoy myself. What it really is for me is I enjoy what I do so much that I'm just in the zone when once I pick up my guitar, different animal. I just enjoy myself with the music and make sure the people are involved and we're good with it.
Tonight Shabba is in a very dangerous spot. Cause imagine, I have to teach my one student and kill it in front of the people. Anywhere you pick me boy, I see a last year, you know. Say you can talk the last lyrics, so how you gonna lose your life? I don't know how ugly Shabba protect it and God under the dreamy eye. Don't forget you're gonna rule the town and then God gonna be. Oh Shabba, this is the last of you in the cemetery. You ever see them? Watch out. I got the permit to bury on the lives of the kill. Shabba run to the right away. I got the permit to bury on the lives of the kill.
When the crowd reacts like that doesn't throw you off when you're playing?
Nah man, we are talking about man, musical live, you know. Musical live, man. Nah man, that's fun, man. Fun. You can't do it. If it adds to the excitement. Yeah man, especially it's a control situation where they're not getting physically violent with each other. If it's lyrical, If you get physical, because when the battle throwing started in Jamaica and all of that, I used to set up my speakers like taller than me. Yeah. And from the back of them start show me go behind and stand up and play. And go and play. Yeah.
Same way, right? What artist did you enjoy back in the most?
Dennis Brown.
Everybody says that. Dennis
Cool,
Brown.
you ask me a question, I answer you, Dennis Brown.
Yeah.
Me enjoy working with Yellowman. Beenie Man is a beast. Don't even mention Killer.
Yeah.
You see, God, Killer, you know, Killer really. I really general. I'm a really general with the amount of artists that he has helped career-wise.
So D Brown, what's so great about Dennis Brown?
Yeah, you mean good. Please put some respect on that name. Put some respect on that name. You're mad, man. I general that man. Dennis Brown influence. If you ask any artist, let me tell you, if they ask them as a singer, who the first name will come out, man, out of 90% of them are Dennis Brown. Dennis Brown is just Dennis Brown, man. Me can't explain nothing about that part, but I just decide there. Yeah, man. For real. And most of the artists that I've worked with over the years, singers that is, them can tell us straight off of the bat, D Brown. The main influence, main. Bob Marley himself said Dennis Brown is a singer. In some interview, I can't tell you which interview exactly, but I can look it up. I tell you, he said Dennis Brown is a singer, man.
From those days with the stage performance, right? What artists do you really rate, being that you were a performer also as a musician, but what artists do you really rate?